Hey, it's the OC Food Diva, and we're in Dallas, Texas at the Hyatt Regency next to the Reunion Tower. And we're here for the 2019 World Food Championships. We just registered our team, and now we're going to go do our shop because we are cooking tomorrow in the sandwich category. So stay tuned for that. We finished our registration at the Hyatt, and we went out to Walmart and got the last of our ingredients for the opening round of sandwich tomorrow. And the hubby and I and Dad packed up all of our stuff. So we've got our cooking equipment, all of our dry ingredients that don't need refrigeration, my binder that has all of my stuff in it, like receipts and all that stuff, because it's required. If they want you to prove that you bought it, you gotta have receipts. So I have them all in there. And then we have all of our refrigerated stuff, which we're going to pack up tomorrow. But come on over and I'll show you some stuff. Okay, full refrigerator of stuff. We got our shipment of Tillamook. So we've got our Tillamook butter, so we can brown our Cuban. We've got eggs, Walmart eggs. We've got pineapple. We've got our bread from all the way from California. So our meatball sandwich has Cortina's Italian rolls, which are these beautiful things. And I have extras. These are the judges, or the presentation one, but we bought a bunch just to make sure we get a nice blend. And then the judges get the Bodine sourdough rolls, because Cortina's doesn't make a small bread sample, but it has a similar flavor, so we thought that's what we're going to use. And then we've got Ono brand Kahlua pork for our Cuban. So this is our kind of our aloha touch to our Cuban. That's our roasted pork portion. And then we've got our Melissa's easy to peel, or already peeled garlic, which is going to go into our marinara sauce. And then we've got Johnsonville, which goes into our meatballs. And then our Cuban will have two cheeses. We've got Tillamook Swiss, which is I guess it's a normal cheese that you would see in a Cuban. And then we're also adding provolone. But we're also using this in our meatball too. Works out perfectly. So this will be all packed up and ready to go with our produce. We've got cucumbers and tomatoes and what else do we got in there? Oh, cilantro, parsley, onions, all ready for tomorrow. And that'll go in our blue cooler. And then we'll just tug all these things along. And then we're hoping to get there early. Just because of the parking. I mean, we got to see the venue and everything, but the parking is kind of like a how should I say it? Something we got to figure out, because it'll be a first time for us to park there. So
mystery.
Yeah, mystery, but we'll figure it out. That'll be our first time actually parking there, and better to get there early than late. Right? If the round starts and you're not there, it's like you're screwed. So, but we're ready. So we're gonna kind of relax today because we've got all our shopping done, and then just wake up tomorrow and get ready to go. We're excited. We love Tillamook. Hey, it's competition day. Right now, the World Chef Championship is going on right now. Right after that is World Sandwich. So we're ready, we're packed, we've got all our stuff. We're just waiting for them to call us in for the cooks meeting after this round is over. So go Team Sandwich! Championships is now over. We did our Cuban, or we called it the Cuban Paradise, which had a lot of sponsor stuff. We like got Walmart French bread, Koops Mustard, and then we had Kentucky Legend Hickory Smoked Ham, Hawaiian Ono brand cool pork, all the way from Hawaii. And I had some quick pickle red onions and cucumbers, cilantro, and sliced pineapple. And I think we did really well. I mean, it looked pretty. The presentation was awesome. Yeah, just the time got to us on that one. I think we're trying to prep the second dish. Probably should have focused more on the first dish and kind of put the other one aside, but we just wanted to get those meatballs done so that they would have time to cook and marinate in the sauce a little bit. But of course our meatball sub, the Italian meatball sandwich 2.0, because we did it in our 2017 World Recipe Championship, and we had to use chicken, so this time we went with Johnsonville hot Italian sausage with ground sirloin this time to appease the Dallas area judges, because beef is king in Texas. And yeah, the sub just turned out perfect. The sauce was great, the meatballs turned out perfect, the cheese melted sexily like it should, and then presentation was killer. So hope the judges like it, and hope we get in the top 10.
First one in 10th place with a 93.3125, which is exactly 3 points behind number 1, trying to make his re-debut as a champion, Mr. A.C. Vincent, the redneck chef from Florida. From Chicago, Illinois, representing NOLA Knights, Joelle Brown. Welcome to the weekend, Joelle Brown. Is she here? 93.4375 in 8th place from Corpus Christi, Texas, Miss Katie Myers McDowell.
All right, moving on to number 7 with a 93.5625. From Rockville, Maryland, Julianne Gutierrez from Chop It Like It's Hot.
Congratulations. With a 94.125. Representing the high school in my hometown, Tiffany Zellner, 6th place. Congratulations, Tiffany. Where are you?
All right, moving on to number 5 with a 94.3125. From Northport, Alabama, Mr. Paul Kerr.
In 4th place with a 94.5625 from Annapolis, Maryland, Brian Hull. Did I say that right? All right, representing the Fox's Den. Well, let's give it up in 3rd place for someone who did that, Miss Kelly Fairchild Cochran. Welcome back to the top 10. Is this like the 8th time?
Moving in at number 2 at a 95.4375 from Ormond Beach, Florida, Mary Edwards.
Congratulations, Mary. In 1st place, completing the 2nd round of competition going into the weekend, representing Sandwich. Another Team Alabama, Roy Sewer from Butch Cassidy's. Roy, you are in 1st place.
You just saw the rankings of the World Sandwich Championships top 10. And obviously you saw that I didn't make it, but we still had fun. We love competing. I'm bringing my dad out all the way from Hawaii. He loves doing this too. And then it was hubby's first time in kitchen arena, being a sous chef, so he got to actually see. I mean, it's different from when you're videoing it versus actually being in the kitchen, having that clock, ticking down in your face, and the cheffery is going, hey guys, it's 29 minutes till turn in or whatever. So he got to experience that. But for me, I mean, I'm a little sad, but it's all about experience. Experiencing live cooking and being around all my friends that I've made at World Food Championships, from the staff to the camera people that we meet, all my friends that I've met through this whole competition experience. I mean, what can you ask for? And then, you know, we get to go to a different city, get out of California and eat new foods and try new restaurants in the cities that World Food Championships is at. So, all in all, it's like, you know, it's great. I mean, I'm sad I didn't place, but I did place 24th. It looked like, based on the scores, I did pretty good on the Cuban. I mean, I got in the 90s. The score's 90 out of 100. So I didn't do too bad with my Cuban. But when I look at the scores of my meatball, okay, so this is our 2.0. The 1.0, or the first version of our meatball sandwich, was for the recipe championship in 2017. And we were required to use chicken in our recipe. So what we did was we took the Johnsonville recipe that I developed for the grand, or the sausage dome, and we cut down the amount of sausage we put in there and then put the other half as chicken. So it's lighter, fit the, you know, have the chicken in it for the requirements, and then the judges in Orange Beach, Alabama loved it. So we got a really good high score. We were actually second in the signature dish for that round. So when we thought about coming to Dallas, I'm thinking, oh, well, beef is king. And we tried all the different options of doing, because we didn't have any restrictions. It was just our signature dish. Could have been something we used before, could be something we won a competition for, or whatever. Or just develop a new recipe and that's your signature dish. So we thought, okay, so in Texas, beef is king. So I thought, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go home and we're going to test. Let's do the chicken and Johnsonville sausage again. Let's just do a meatball just made with Johnsonville. And then we'll do one with beef and Johnsonville. So we had all our friends and family come over, and the one that everybody liked was the Johnsonville with the ground sirloin. So that's what we went for. And I don't know, we lost kind of, I mean, if you compare the scores of the sandwiches from 2017 to 2019, we lost 10 points. Actually, over 10 points. So I'm not sure what we could have done to make it better, or should we have not done a meatball sandwich? Maybe it was too simple. I'm not sure. But we can dwell on what it could have been or what we could have changed. It's already done. Dish was turned in, it was judged, so we can only speculate on what happened. But I mean, we were happy. I mean, we tried the meatballs and everything. Everybody tasted every little piece of it. So everything was on point. The flavors were there. It's just maybe they thought it was too simple. Maybe we should have gone with something like crazy. It's like Instagrammable type of, sauces flowing everywhere and meat pouring out and big ass buns and I don't know. Who knows? Maybe that would have been something that would have scored higher. I really didn't know what to expect for the judges here. I mean, we just kind of thought everybody likes beef, so I thought that would have been the thing. But I don't think, maybe it wasn't the beef. Maybe it was just a sandwich. It was too simple. So But it did take a lot to cook it. It's not like we just popped it in the microwave. It did take, we did prepare it during the structured round, and it poured over into the, the part where we could do our signature dish. So it did take over an hour to make that sandwich and put it together and present it. So I don't know. That's my thoughts on that. But the Cuban, I mean, our take of a Cuban and putting our personality, I guess. My dad and I are from Hawaii. We love pork in Hawaii, and using ham with the kalua pork from Hawaii, melding with tropical flavors, and then pickling it kind of with the rice vinegar to give it that Asian flair. Thought it would be different enough, and it did score high. I mean, it still got in the 90s, so I'm happy about that. So, but we did the best we could. We put out the best food that we could have put out, and I don't think we could have changed anything. So I'm happy. But I know we didn't get into the top 10 for sandwich, but the competition's not over for me. I did place in the top 10 for the Biscuits and Championship, sponsored by the Jelly Queens, Fillmore Containers, and Universal Pectin. So we will be baking biscuits on Saturday and pairing it with our top 10 jam that we qualified the contest with. So I'm still in it and ready to cook. Hey, it's the OC Food Diva. We're back from the World Food Championships in Dallas, Texas. We just wanted to send some big mahalos out to everybody who helped us get there this year. So big mahalo to World Food Championships for, qualifying last year in the top 3 of recipe. I changed to sandwich this year. Unfortunately, did not qualify in the top 10. So I will be looking for events to get qualified so I can battle again in 2020. Big mahalo to Kentucky Legend Ham. They sponsored the opening round of sandwich. We had to make a Cuban sandwich for our structure. So they were our ham portion of our Cuban. And big mahalo to Koops Mustard for sending us out samples of their mustard for us to practice with. We ended up using the Dusseldorf with our Cuban because it really went well with the ham and our roasted pork. Let's see. So we got also another sponsor that's been sponsoring spices and all kinds of other goodies to World Food Championships is Bolner Fiesta brand. We used their salt this year. We've got Melissa's Produce. So Melissa's, I've been working with them for, 5 or 6 years now. And they sponsored our produce since we've been doing World Food Championships. So we used their garlic in our meatball sandwiches, and they also provided all the produce we used for the Cuban, for our presentation plates, and everything else. So big mahalo to Melissa's Produce. Tillamook sponsored our butter and cheese for both sandwiches, the Cuban and our meatball. Liquid Diamonds. So they've been with us since the beginning of World Food Championships in 2017. They sponsored all of our knives. So we have professional knives, from santoku to chef knives to paring knives to boning knives. We've used them all, and beautiful, well-balanced knives, and we can't wait to use them next year, hopefully with the new line that's coming out. Johnsonville. They've been with us since the beginning too. I was the Johnsonville Sausage Dome champion in 2017 during the end of football season, and that qualified me to actually compete in the recipe championship in 2017 in Orange Beach. So they started my food competition journey and hope to continue next year. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. We'll see you next time, and hopefully next year at World Food Championships in Dallas, Texas. Mahalo!